What's going on, guys?
Hey guys, it is Scotch for Dummies.
4 guys in the Scotch journey to help you with your next Scotch purchase. This is it, guys. This is our number one.
He's coming to an end.
2020.
Number one bottle of the year.
Number one bottle of 2020.
You did your top 5. I did my top 5. You did your top 5.
I did.
You did your
my
top
top
5.
five.
This is our number one bottle of the year. Now let's talk about it for a second. Backtrack.
2020.
2020. What a great year, right?
Rewind.
We were going to
that.
go to Scotland.
Dude,
Remember
we
that?
had it planned. We were Scotch for Dummies taking a busload of dummies. It was going to be fantastic.
This is getting
Yeah,
depressing.
man.
This is going to be depressing. Do we want to start this way? I mean, it was kind of a turd beginning, but we started off actually really well.
It did.
Kill Karen was like the bar was
Kilcairn,
way up here.
You know, we did a bunch
Was
of
that our
re-reviews.
fault? Is 2020 our fault?
I
Because we
think we
started
did.
so high. I
I
mean, we
think we
came
launched
in just like, like a wrecking ball, like kill Karen 8.
We were ready for it too,
We
man.
had some good. You know what? 2020 is kind of like we've had some good scotches this year, and we thought it was going to be really cool. It kind of is like it's kind of like White Walker. It's like really cool looking. It's got a great marketing thing, but it's piss inside.
Okay.
It was cool till we got into it.
And I don't want
I
to
don't
get
want
back
it.
into it. I'm
We
done.
don't want. So this is not our number one bottle of the year.
But-
we decided.
If that got you through your year, more power to you.
Yeah,
This is the real thing.
this is the real thing, and we thought let's end the year the way we started and backtrack and start off with 2021 with a bang.
Yes.
Kilcairn 8, 57.1.
Sherry cask.
This is a bomb of a whiskey. I mean, it was. We knew it. We knew it a year ago. In January of 2020, we knew it when we tasted it. It was like, uh-oh.
I love the fact, going back to watch that video, if you go back and watch that review, like Drew calls it. Like as soon as we started, he's like, wow, there you go. Number one of the year, right? Gonna just lay that marker down right now. And it was like, no, really?
Can't be.
Yeah.
The ironic part is I bought it a week or two prior. I wasn't very excited about it. And when you guys are bartering like, hey, we'll buy it off you. Scotch, your dummies will buy it off you. I'm like, yeah, maybe.
I
yeah,
remember we hadn't even tasted it yet, and we're like, well, we'll give you cash right now. We'll keep it right here. And you were like, no, we almost had you.
You got close because he's even during the video. It's like, oh man, we almost got him.
Gosh, wow. We missed out on a deal. I knew he should have stole from me before the deal.
Listen, and I was like,
He's gonna buy the open bottle of.
Yep.
So this is guys. This is an amazing bottle. I'm excited to open the bottle with you guys again. It's hard to find. It's in the U.S. right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you can find a bottle of this, you're extremely lucky. It's extremely hard to find. Call your liquor stores, call your distributors, whoever you can to find some. It's about $80 brand new if you can find it right now. It's probably gonna go up higher than that pretty soon if you can get it.
And that's the key. Is
Secondary
this
market's
is
gonna
not
have
going to
it.
be on your liquor store
No,
shelf.
you're gonna have
You
to
got to
dig.
call your liquor store.
And you're going to have to ask them when you tell them it's a Kilcairn 8, the ABV is the key.
57.1, and the color, because last year's Kilcairn 8 is a bourbon finish and doesn't look anything like that.
No.
You have to make sure it's 57.1. That's the key. So, guys, I'm excited to try this with you again.
Yes. Now this was on my honorable mention because you couldn't find it, and we just found a couple people that
But
had it.
there are
and
people that are
holy cow,
finding them out in
there
the
are.
wild,
They're more out there
so-
than I realized.
Woo, she's in there.
Oh my God, the Campbelltown. The Campbelltown.
A little bit more about Kilcairn 8, and I think this particular bottle had an
gosh,
allocation
it's
of
giving me chills.
32 or 3,400 bottles globally. So that tells you there's not
nothing.
many bottles that came out. But they do an 8 every year. Their marketing, their bottle, the tube that it comes in it's the same for everyone. That's why it's kind of confusing. You can call your liquor store and they're like, oh yeah, we've got it. And then you drive up there and it's last year's 8. Because you can't really tell from the tube that it comes
Yep.
in. You really need to pull the bottle out of the tube. Obviously, natural color, non-chill filtered, 57.1 ABVs, bringing the punch. Comes from that special little area in Scotland. They used to be the whiskey capital of the world.
There was.
Still is, according to this bottle.
Yeah, damn right it is.
It is no joke. Did you
So-
take a sip yet?
I have.
So you got
Holy
the
cow, man.
Campbelltown nose. What do you got?
Well, I forgot to tell you guys. So you mentioned it. I actually talked to the distillery. 9,000 bottles are completely sold out.
9,000.
9,000, and they are
Okay.
going to release a 8-year-old cask strength due out next year in like March timeframe.
Oh my God!
Right.
Sherry influence.
Oh, it'll be sherry influence as well.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah. So this one was okay. So
this is
9,000 bottles is that explains why we've seen a little bit more. Our first couple bottles that we picked up between the dummies were all European. We bought them online overseas, and it took a long time for this one to get in the States. I think COVID had something to do with that. It slowed things down.
Yeah, and the tariffs and like I think there was a
Yeah,
lot
no
of stuff
shit.
that really worked against this whiskey
Right.
getting released. But it's wonderful. So it's worth the search. Like that's part of the fun of Scotch,
is.
right? Is you know we try bottles, we see bottles, we talk to people that know a lot about whiskey that go out and find stuff and they're like, you got to find this one. You know what I mean? I was thinking about the Glen Scotia Victoriana because that wasn't on our radar. We would never have found that bottle except that there were some people that we trusted that were like, hey, you really got to go find one of these. And so we went out and searched it out, and that ended up on my top 5 list as well.
Damn
so,
good whiskey.
That's
yeah.
actually a good point. There are 2 bottles that really stood out to me on all of our top 5s that you guys brought up. The Glen Scotia, the Victoriana, and the Bladnoch 15 were 2 heavy hitters. I think
Yep.
made most of our lists this year that
You
stood
did.
out this year
Yep.
were pretty important. So those are good.
And they weren't on
bottles to
our
know.
radar at
No.
all prior to 2020, right? None, we had
No.
never tasted either a Glen Scotia or a Bladnoch. And so, and not to mention, we had reviewed a Kilkerran back at Vine Table years ago. Like
The
in our
work in
first year
progress,
of
Yes,
Work in
two of
Progress.
them.
that's correct.
But haven't done anything with it since then. I mean, because technically the name of the whiskey isn't the name of the distillery, like
And there,
usually
it's not
seen.
very common. You don't see
Right.
a whole lot of Kilkerrans out there. But what I'm finding in my whiskey journey is part of the fun is the collecting, right? And the search. Like you go out
The
and
hunt.
you've heard
You don't
about
know,
these whiskeys,
yeah.
and so you go out and you go to your liquor store, you go online to see who has it and who will ship to you. And I mean, there's a world of fun out there for this stuff.
Which is a good reason why we did this. We had some friends that ask us all the time for advice. Hey, I go to a liquor store. I'm like, what should I buy? Because it's the same experience. It's like, oh my God, you go to
There's a
Vinny's,
wall.
you go to Total Wine, you're like,
What the what?
what's camp?
Bring me the
what-
cart.
Right. For us, it's heaven. A lot of people have paid. I mean, we were in Total Wine not too long ago, and we had a lady ask us, "Was this a good one?" And we're like, "Yeah, that's a good one. This is why."
Yeah, that was funny. She latched onto us real quick. She was
Yeah.
buying a Christmas gift for somebody.
But our ratings, which is on our website, is the reason why it's out there. It's
Yeah.
great.
Right.
It's mobile friendly. So if you happen to be at a liquor store, you're not sure. You know, the videos we do are great for you to actually see what's going on. We taste them live pretty much every single time. But the reviews or the rating sheet is great because you can instantly search and find out what we gave it.
I was doing that because I was going through a liquor store. The Victoriana you can get for $94.99 every day at Payless in Indiana because I was just there today. But I use the app because I pull it up. It's like, have we done this? Oh, we did. That was in 2000. That was a long time ago. So maybe we need to look at it again, or there are several bottles out there, that we haven't reviewed yet. I mean, because there's so many Scotch offerings right now.
Man, you just want to chew on your own tongue.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so good.
It's so cool.
Unfinished.
and the finish
It's
lasts
delicious.
forever.
Yeah, I mean, and at 57.1, it honestly, it doesn't knock you in the nose. It's drinkable. I put some
Yeah.
water on mine just
I
to
didn't.
open it up
I mean,
a
that's
little
the
bit.
thing. That's the thing. I don't need that on this.
but the water really
But
does
it
even
does.
more.
It does peel it a couple layers back and let you get in there a little deeper.
But it can handle it at that ABV. It's a wonderful whiskey.
Oh, yeah,
It was
it
kind of
can.
interesting that we stumbled into it like our first or second review of the year. I think it was like January 8th or something like that when we got it. But I guess we're fortunate to be able to have done that. So
Yes, we are.
that's one of the shining spots of 2020 for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed out on our tour this year in Scotland,
Yeah.
and we've all dealt with this whole COVID thing, and hopefully the sun
Hopefully
comes
it's on
out in
its way out.
21, and we can do some of the things we wanted to do. We didn't even have a 5-year anniversary this year, so because of this, we
couldn't put it
want to.
together.
I will say that one of the bright spots I think of the year, if you can call it a bright spot, but I think it was the community because we kept everything going. Like
Yeah,
we still
we
did our
did.
show even when we couldn't get together.
did lives.
We did
Yeah,
lives,
remote.
remotely, and we really tried to, offer something for people, to kind of help them through. And there was a lot of people out there collecting and buying whiskey that
A lot of sharing.
home,
A lot of sharing.
lot of
Owls
sharing.
delivered a lot of whiskey
Yeah,
this year.
and so I think that the community part of the whiskey community was the important thing this
That
year.
is, absolutely.
So 2020, we're gonna put a wrap on that, guys. Let's put the
I think
freaking
we're
lid
done
on
with
it.
it.
Let's
Wrap it
not
up.
look back.
Good question. We began with 4s. Did we end with 4s?
I don't.
I don't
See why I
not.
wouldn't.
Well, so
Four for me.
let's talk through it then.
Ah,
The thing about this that has the complexity of the layers, you get that heavy sherry influence, but you get the Campbelltown base flavor. It just,
you know,
it's so
that
good.
that Campbelltown funk in this instance with Kilkerran, obviously you know where it comes from, a Springbank, you know, even a Glen Scotia. But when the Kilkerran version of it, it reminds me of dried leaves in the fall when you're raking big old pile of leaves like oak leaves,
Yep.
and you got a big old pile of them. I almost get that smell, and that's a little bit of that funkiness from
Kind of
Campbelltown.
wet leaves.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different.
I find it to be a little lighter than the funk anyway. It's
Yes.
not as pronounced.
Right.
Correct.
Not
That's
as
the thing.
funky.
As long as like a Springbank or a Long Row or
Sourness,
something like
whatever
that.
you're gonna get. Uh-huh.
That's the thing about this is it balances so well with that sweet sherry
Yeah.
that it just
They did a really, really good
Fantastic.
job.
Yeah, kudos to
I
you
gotta,
guys.
yeah, I'm not shying off of my floor.
It's
As a
not-
matter of fact,
I
I'm
wouldn't- I
hunting for
wouldn't
more.
I'm excited that they're going to do another sherry influenced
well they
year
realized
next year.
I'm like wow they're killing it yeah.
So,
You guys.
we'll search that one out too.
So guys,
All right,
2020,
again.
we ready to put a wrap on it?
To wrap it.
Let's wrap it
More
up.
than ready.
Thanks so much, you guys. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting us throughout these years. It's been 5 years for us. We're going to keep on going.
Yep.
We'll see you guys
It's been
on
a good
Thursday
year.
nights.
It's been
It's
a
been a
great
great year.
And see you guys in 21, man.
6-year anniversary?
Amen.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Cheers,
Cheers,
everyone.
guys.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Oh, you're still here?
Hey,
Oh,
how
you
you
guys
doing?
are so good.
Sneaky,
Didn't get enough of 2020, did you?
Just drink this Kilkerran,
No, you just
ain't
want to
you?
watch us drink it because it's so good.
It's good.
We do drink a lot after we get done talking and have a conversation. But you know what? You had a good idea. What are we going to do?
Well, I thought, you know what? Let's just break in 2021 with a wrecking ball and let's give a few samples of this stuff away. So if you're still watching this video and you type in the comments, I love White Walker, you can space it out, make it readable. I love White Walker. We are going to take everyone that does that, throw them into a raffle, and we're going to do a blind drawing on our first live show of 2021, which will be
January 7th.
January
January
7th.
7th.
We're going to give 2 samples away. The Owls will deliver them magically like they always do. So if you want some Kilkerran,
And you do.
You want Kilkerran.
then you need to commit to I loving White Walker.
And they will be 2-ounce samples so you can share it.
And maybe, if you're lucky, a bonus sample of White Walker comes with it.
Beat that. We're trying to get rid of that.
We're kind of, yeah,
And we may not tell you which one's which.
we got to figure it out.
All right. We'll see you in 2021.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Everybody.
guys.